Hey, how's it going? It's Sam Frost here, and in today's video, what I want to do is just talk through how you can use Reddit.com to find content ideas. Now, in the past, I've talked about using Quora.com, a question and answer site, to find content ideas, and just continuing on with that theme of how you can get good inspiration for your next blog post or article or video, and how you can understand the problems facing your niche, your customers, your potential customers. We're going to look at how you can do that using Reddit.com. So I'm not going to go massively into the history of Reddit. Suffice it to say, it's a big platform online, kind of like a discussion website. There are different boards or subreddits, as they're called, and with those subreddits, what you're able to do, is anyone can come along and create a subreddit around a particular topic. Now, some of them are well established, and then others are sort of trending or topical. So at the moment, there's been a huge explosion in the number of people going on, say, the coronavirus subreddit, and there's actually multiple ones. They can get really quite niche as well. There's a coronavirus conspiracy theory subreddit, for example. There are ones that are more consistent. There's world news, there's politics, there's gaming, there's one for New Zealand, there's one for New Zealand personal finance. All sorts of interesting things are on there. Some areas of the site are a lot more active than others, but basically what you can do with Reddit is find real questions that people are asking. It's actually really, really powerful for doing this. So the way Reddit works is pretty much most subreddits, boards will allow users to come along and post a question or post a topic. Now, some of them have stricter moderation than others, but if we take the sort of standard use case, let's pick an example subreddit. So we might look at a subreddit that is about sales. So let's say that your business is all about helping people sell more. You do sales coaching or sales training. Well, you could go on reddit.com/r/sales. And there's a whole community, one of the biggest communities online, in fact, of people in the sales industry, people looking to get into the sales industry. And straight away, scrolling down, you should be able to start getting a feel for the kinds of questions people are asking. So you'll see people asking all sorts of questions, basically about how can they get into the sales industry, what do they do wrong on a deal that caused them to lose it, how should they follow up on the phone, how should they follow up on email, all sorts of things like that. And what you're able to do is leverage this, direct customer insight to inform your content ideas, because as you start scrolling through, you will start to see more and more of the same kind of themes appear. In that sales subreddit, in an old job, I spent a lot of time looking through that for ideas. The same things would always come up, as I mentioned before. How do I break into the industry? How do I make my first sale? How do I move from an entry-level sales job into a better one? How do I, do a better job at pitching? How do I do a better job at cold calling? How do I do a better job at cold emailing? All those kinds of things come up time and time again, and they're great inspiration ideas for content pieces for your website, for your YouTube channel, anything like that. Now, a quick tip as well is to not only look at the headlines, but jump into the comments. Now, sometimes Reddit comments can be pretty whack. They can be pretty, out there in terms of language and in terms of what people will talk about, all those kinds of things. So be a bit prepared. Generally, any adult content subreddit will have a warning on it. You can't access, without approving that. But just be aware, because I know some people aren't quite, prepared for the way that some Redditors interact with each other. But you can go into the comment thread for any post on Reddit, and you can start seeing other people's responses, other people's questions, all those kinds of things. So that's a great thing to do there. Another thing you should also look to do if you want to use Reddit to research content ideas is actually filter or order the subreddit you're on by popular posts over time. So you can set a time range like today, last week, last month, last year, all time, so right back to the earliest stage of that subreddit. And then what you're actually able to do is filter by, for example, the most popular. So whichever topic that was submitted or post that was submitted, basically the most popular, the most engaged with. And that will give you an idea of the kinds of things that people want to know about. You can go in and get some great inspiration. You can see what other people are suggesting. And once again, you're going to have a lot of comments you can start delving through to find great content ideas. So take the time to basically find subreddits that are relevant to your business. One of the easiest ways to do it is just jump on Google and type in Reddit plus your keyword. If it was sales, it would be Reddit plus sales, or Reddit plus dogs, or Reddit plus cars or baking or anything like that, and you'll probably find some kind of subreddit or multiple subreddits. Then start reading through them and seeing what kinds of topics come up. So if you're stuck for content ideas, reddit.com is a great place to go to get real insight from real people. It can be a little bit strange to navigate, a little bit strange in terms of some of the stuff that gets posted, but definitely worth checking it out. Hopefully you found this video helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.